Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is Tasty J. Today I am eating canes. So I'm gonna put it on my little platter here and then I'll eat. Alright, so I got their, I think, Caniac combo, which comes with 6 of their fingers, and then, you know, I had to get some of their sauce. And I asked for 2 of these because I don't want their coleslaw, but they gave me coleslaw instead of 2 of those. So I have their coleslaw here. I don't think I'm gonna eat it, but yeah. So I'm just gonna dig in. Okay. I feel like anybody who has had canes knows that the real reason people go there is for this sauce. This rice today, I kind of like and I got their sweet tea on the side. So how are you guys doing? I'm recording this on a Saturday or Sunday, but by the time it's posted, it'll officially be March. I just can't believe it. Like, time is going by so fast. I feel like it's always like that, you know? I don't know how your guys' year started out, but my year was not. My year started out good, but then, like the second week of January, I got the big bug that has been going around since 2020. And I got so sick. Like, so sick. Like, I would never wish that on my worst enemy. That's how sick I got when I was sick with that. But so that's how my 2023 started. But it's been better now, you know. So, you know, I'm just hoping that since it started out rough, that just means things can only go up from there, right? On another note, I was on TikTok this morning. On my TikTok, sometimes I'll have posts that pop up that are like someone took a post from Reddit and then they just put it on TikTok. You know, like popular post from Reddit or something. So one of those popped up. And the one that I saw, it was basically like this person who was saying they have this friend who threw a big party for her 30th birthday. Like, she went all out, got a venue, the food was great, all this amazing stuff, and told everybody to dress fancy. So like, clearly she was going all out, and everybody was having fun. It was a vibe, everything was going great. And then, excuse me, one of the people at the party decided to get down on one knee and propose to his girlfriend. So clearly, so the person who's posting this said that they looked at the birthday girl and could tell that she was like clearly upset about this. And I asked her, did you know about it? And she was like, no. So they went up to the girl who got proposed to and was like, oh, let me see your ring. And she showed it and she was like, oh, at least that's decent. And or the person who posted was like, oh, at least that's decent. Basically, it's the girl who got proposed to is like, you know, making a face like, what do you mean? Or whatever. And then so the poster was like, well, basically he didn't even have the decency to, you know, get you your own proposal somewhere else. He's using someone else's party, being cheap, using someone else's party as a way to propose to you instead of doing something special. So then, you know, the girl got all like, whatever. Basically, the poster was sticking up for the girl whose party it was. So, my thing is, why are y'all still doing this? Like, why? It's been enough people talking about stuff, enough think pieces, all this stuff about don't propose at other people's events. It's so easy not to do that. I feel like we've seen it way too much. Other people proposing at other people's events. And it's big events. Like, you know, people propose at other people's weddings. Like, what? I just feel like that's so disrespectful, you know? It's so disrespectful, and like the Redditor was saying, it's cheap. Like, you don't even have the decency to like put your own money towards doing this proposal elsewhere. You know, like during your own event to do this proposal or this or that. No, you're taking advantage of someone else's event, someone else's party, and then doing your proposal there. So it's like, oh yeah, this is so special, whatever, blah, blah, but it wasn't meant to be your special moment. I just don't, I don't know, I don't agree with it. I don't agree with doing that. The only way I agree with proposing at someone else's event is if y'all all planned it. Like, if someone was like, oh yeah, I'm throwing a party, blah, blah, blah. So you get an invite to that party and you're going to the party thinking, oh, this is just a party. But really, that person who's throwing the party had this plan with your significant other that is just going to be for your proposal to begin with. But you think that it is like just a regular party, not knowing that really the party is for your proposal, if that makes sense. That's the only time I agree with that. Like, if you're someone who's proposing to someone, wouldn't you think, like, I don't want to take away from this person's moment, these other people's moment, you know? I don't know, that's just how I see it. You know, on top of that, it's like, I guess I can understand if people are like, when they do it at weddings, when they're like, you know, they're surrounded by all this love, all this happiness, and they're just like in the moment, you know? So they're like, oh, it's just such a beautiful moment. What better time to propose? But even then, I still think no. Like, even if it's something like that, it's just no. You know, I realize that not everybody has kings in their state. Because, like, for example, I had lived temporarily down south. And we didn't have kings where I lived. We had Zaxby's, which is not bad. The thing about Zaxby's though is that like they have like all the sauces and stuff too that you can get on it. The Zaxby's I went to had really, really good sweet tea. Like, probably some of my favorite sweet tea that I had the whole time I lived down there. But yeah, if you're if you're someone who's thinking about proposing to someone, just don't do it at nobody else's event. That's just how I feel, and I guarantee you that's how a lot of people feel too. You know, some people, I've noticed this lately, don't even like public proposals at all. And for the longest time, I never had an issue with it, but I can kind of see where like people are coming from. So a lot of people, I feel like, they don't care for public proposals because they're saying you basically are putting a lot of pressure on that person who's being proposed to say yes. Because if there's a whole audience of people, now if that person, they'll feel pressured by this audience watching them to say yes because they don't want to say no, and then it's awkward or they embarrass you or whatever. So that's why you should do it in private, to give them the opportunity to say no. And I get it. I feel like the only way you should is if you're like 1,000% sure. Like, do a public proposal if like you're 1,000% sure that like this person wants to marry you, you know? Like, if it's something that you guys have talked about and agreed upon that you are going to do that, and you're at that point in your relationship, and then I feel like it's not bad. Or if even the person has told you, like, you know, I've always wanted to be there, blah, blah. Like, I know some people who have been proposed to, and, like, it was just in front of, like, close family and friends, you know, versus, like, being out and about in a very, very public area, and, you know, they appreciated it. They appreciated that their family was there and their friends were there during that time. So I've seen that, and I think those ones aren't as bad as if you do, you know, like something very, very public, very, very public. Excuse me. You know, their sweet tea is like really good. I am a huge fan of sweet tea. So I was drinking soda. I've said this before in like one of my other videos, but I like literally got to a point where I was like addicted to soda, which is why I don't really drink it as much anymore. Like, I'll drink it every once in a while, but for the most part I don't drink it because literally I was so addicted to it. Like, the way you're supposed to drink water is how I had got with soda. Like, I would wake up in the middle of the night craving it, you know? And you know, like how sometimes you wake up in the middle of the night and you're just so thirsty and you're like, oh, I need a glass of water. That's why, you know, people sleep with it on their bedside, like a glass of water on their bedside or whatever. I was like that, but it had got to a point where I was like that with soda. And it wasn't all the time, but that's how like much I craved it. And so I had to take a step back and tell myself, like, you need to stop. It's not good for you, you know, you need to stop. Excuse me. And so I was like, what, you know, what else can I drink that, I mean, like, I drink more water now, but I was like, you know, I had got to a point where I was like, what else can I drink, you know, when I want something sweet to drink, you know? So I drink juices, but I think I prefer like a nice sweet tea. And I went through a period where I was like just drinking, not even just sweet tea, just tea in general before I got into soda. Because growing up for me, like, my parents really didn't let us have soda. It wasn't like a regular thing. We mostly had to drink like juice, you know, or we mostly had to drink juice or water, really. And it wasn't until I got grown that I started getting addicted to soda, because then I was like, I could get it on my own, you know. So growing up, because I wasn't allowed to have soda really that often other than like special occasions, I went through a period where I would drink a lot of tea. And not just sweet tea, like all types of tea. Literally, all types of tea. And then when I got grown, I started drinking soda. So now, when I'm craving something sweet, like a sweet drink, I'll go more with a sweet tea. Or a juice. But every once in a while, I'll get a soda too, like that. So sometimes, like, for example, Dr. Pepper with their strawberry and cream. So I had to get that. I had to try it, you know, because it's not something that's a regular Dr. Pepper. It's not something that's a regular Dr. Pepper, so in that situation, I'm like, okay, yeah, you know, I'm gonna try it, right? Without feeling guilty. I think it's not bad for you to have those things if you have it in moderation, right? Any type of food that's like, I don't know, like junk food or chips or anything like that. As long as you're doing it in moderation, it's not bad. I feel like life is too short to just not, I guess, indulge every once in a while in the things that actually make you happy, you know? It's good. Excuse me. So I am full. I'm getting to a point where I'm full. I tried not to drink too much of the tea beforehand. That's another thing. Like, you can't drink too much, right, while you're eating, because then that's how it, you can't drink too much while you're eating, because then you get full quicker. When I go to like an all-you-can-eat place, like specifically like when I went to Los Angeles last year, me and my friend went to an all-you-can-eat Korean barbecue place. To get my money's worth, I made sure I wasn't drinking a lot of stuff. Excuse me, I wasn't drinking a lot of stuff, and I barely ate any rice because I wanted to get my money's worth when it came to the proteins, you know. Because, you know, those things fill you up faster, and so like when I was just eating this, I was like, I want to drink my stuff, but I don't want to drink too much of it because I want to be able to enjoy the food, right? And I still have one of their tenders and part of one. And barely, you know, I'll finish this part of one. There's no point. It's the sauce. It's all in the sauce. I know you can get this like in cans and stuff, or not cans. No, you can get this in like a cup from them, but they really could bottle and sell this like how Chick-fil-A does with their sauces now. Okay, I think that's it, guys. I appreciate you guys so much. I appreciate you watching this video. I appreciate the likes. I appreciate everything. And so thank you guys for being here. Again, if there's anything you want to see me eat, I can try, or to see me try to eat. If I can get it, I'll try, you know, just let me know. Yeah, thank you guys for watching, and have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful rest of your day. Thank you. Bye.